Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, early Facebook risers. I'm Andrea from SCAN, but you probably already know that. So you are watching SCAN FYI. And my guest this morning, we almost lost you there, my guest.
Yeah,
My guest this
yeah, sorry.
morning is Kelli Desmond, and she is from We Care Adult Care. So say hi to Kelli. Hi, Kelli.
Morning, everyone.
Thanks for being with me on this Facebook Live appearance.
My pleasure.
So how are you today, Kelli?
I'm well, thankfully. How are you?
Very good, very good. Still adjusting, still adapting.
Right, living in this whole new world.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So to get started, why don't you tell everyone what is your role at We Care Adult Care, so they know?
Okay, so I'm the director of social services here at We Care Adult Care. And what we are is we're a medical adult daycare center. We're located at in Red Bank, New Jersey, 500 Route 35 South in Red Bank. And the services we provide is, like I said, I'm the social worker. But the services that we provide to our seniors is we are, again, adult daycare that provides activities during the day. But within that day, there's so much more that goes on. We provide transportation for them door to door. We have quality nursing care for those members who are in need of that when they come. Engaging activities. We serve them 2 meals a day that is also overseen and approved by a dietitian. Um, in addition to that, we do offer lab work, physical therapy, podiatry, and dentistry that we can bring in. To turn the whole one-stop shopping kind of
Right.
deal.
So there's a lot going on there.
There
Now,
is, yeah.
of course, Kelli, like so many other places, right now you are closed. You are not open to the public. I know you're in your office; everyone sees that, but you guys are not exactly open.
No, we're not. We're not having members come in at the moment. But I would, go as far as saying we are still up and running, and just very much in a different capacity than we have in the past. So our members are home with their caregivers, majority of them, but we're still providing meals 5 days a week. We are providing activity packets at home. As the months have gone on, we've realized that we really need to reframe how we're
Right.
going to get those resources out to our members and that assistance. Our activities coordinator came up with a monthly calendar, very similar to what we do here, but she does daily Zooms with them.
Oh, okay, okay. Everyone is Zooming. But
Everybody.
you know what? Let's just backtrack for a second, because there might be some people listening that don't understand the concept of adult daycare. So can you just kind of give a little brief overview so people understand exactly what it is?
So the generally what the purpose of adult daycare is it's twofold. So we have a program, and we have our members, and we call this our senior club. For members, primarily those who have Alzheimer's and dementia or memory impairment, need that little extra support during the day. That either whether they need the stimulation or the supervision, they can come to us during the day, have a great day, and then, but also too, for the caregiver. So really a big part of why we do adult daycare is it's called respite. So
Right.
that caregiver that break during the day where they may not necessarily get it, so that they can continue to be the caregiver at home. So the purpose of it from the caregiver's perspective is to help keep that loved one at home, to delay or deter any kind of nursing home placement.
Okay, and you know what, Kelli, I want to give a shout out to Tracy Wolfman, because she's the executive director, the owner, because
Yes.
Tracy, in case anyone does not know, is the president of SCAN's board of directors. So for that, Tracy, a toast to you this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So of course, so now that we have a better understanding of what exactly we mean by adult daycare, and of course, now that we're in different times now with COVID-19, and obviously so many people, myself, you surely, we're working at home. So what are some things that are happening now with folks who would normally have you know, had their loved ones transported to a place, an adult daycare. How is this all changing now?
Oh, a lot. I mean, I
Big
think
time.
that the biggest thing is you figure too, when they come to adult daycare with us, they're with us anywhere from 5 to 8 hours during the day.
Like a
So
work day.
like a work.
Like a
So,
work day.
and some of our members do. They come to us because their loved ones do have to work. So that role is being taken on by the caregiver. And what we're finding out is that, you know, they need the tools and the resources to, you know, the term keep them busy, but also make, you know, somebody with memory impairment and dementia, their day worthwhile. So a big part of what we do is to try to just talk to our family members, and, you know, everything is going to be, you know, centered, person centered. So it's really going to be depending on what that person's level is, what that person's ability is, but really try to think of things to do to, you know, make their day worthwhile, give them some meaning and purpose for their day. I don't really like to use the term keep busy, but yes, sometimes we do have to just keep somebody busy.
Well, I guess, you know, this is especially challenging for folks who find themselves, because of COVID-19, they're now working from home. And
Mhm.
now you have something else to think about. When you went to work and you knew that your loved one was, you know, well cared for at your organization, and now you've got that additional responsibility. So boy, talk about stress. That has to be very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, my suggestion for that would be, you know, to try to think of some things that would be, you know, they would be able to stay engaged. I mean, one good activity, you know, is always folding laundry, something that they could do, sweeping the floor, something meaningful for them and possibly helpful for you. You know, there's a lot of things right now with Zoom and exercise activities, putting on an exercise video where they could, you know, follow it and stay active. Another, I would say, you know, especially for people who are working, because they're working during so many certain hours, would be to consider hiring a caregiver. Obviously, with
You mean to come into the home?
needing to come into the home, you want to take certain precautions, make sure that they're wearing a mask, that they're COVID negative, things like that, but to not be afraid to seek help. And whether that even be from a family member who's able to come and take somebody
Right.
you know, some ideas to do one-on-one when you do have that time. Another great idea is, you know, it's like that box of pictures you never know what to do with. You know, consider making a memory box.
And everybody has it.
Everybody has that box. I have that big box of baby pictures. I swear I'm putting in a book one day, but probably won't. You know, now is the time to kind of take a step back and say, hey, okay, I'm going to take the time to do this with them and make them a memory box of things that, you know, because we all know with dementia, we do hold on to memories in the past that could help them strike up a conversation.
Now, you were saying, Kelli, that you are reaching out to your members in the community, because obviously they're home now. And so what are some of the kind of activities or things that you're, you know, services that you're bringing to them at this point?
So with the monthly activities calendar, some of the things that we're doing, some of the things, and even actually too, some of the things that we're sending home to them, we have done painting rocks, made a rock garden, trying to think of things that are engaging, you know, adult appropriate. We don't want anything too easy, but too hard. Adult coloring books, puzzles.
Oh, yeah, coloring books. Yeah.
Yeah, those are always great. Definitely at different crafts. They do, you know, something as simple as if you have beads and string, you know, making necklaces. I mean, you could even do it with pasta if you wanted to, something to keep, you know, the mind stimulating. And what seems simple to us, you know, may be very engaging for somebody with memory impairment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure some of the other things, I mean, we trivia is always a good one. Word puzzles, those are just some things that, you know, you think of that, you know, you may not think of every day, but it's simple things.
Well, I think, you know, one of the big things that my takeaway from listening to you right now is that sometimes you're going to come to the realization that you simply cannot do it by yourself. And you do need to bring in another person, and you should, and if that's the case, I don't ever think of it as a failing. It's just part of life, and if it has to be, it has to be.
Not everybody can do everything. I
Yes.
think the biggest part, and a lot of things that I'm finding, even just engaging with my caregivers, is getting them to that point that, it's important to have that inner circle, to have those people that you can rely on, because this is an impossible task to do alone, which is why, adult daycares exist, why caregivers exist, why, enlisting family members is, it's an important thing to know that it's okay to do. And I think that, while there are some times that we find that caregiving is very rewarding, it's nice to bring in those other people to realize that as well. I think that what you could kind of get out of is that bringing in somebody else could also be a gift to them in a way, because you do get to spend that quality time.
So do we even have any clue when you might be open again? When any, obviously all adult daycares and that sort of organizations like that are closed. Is there any clue at all?
At this point, no. We're in touch with everybody we possibly can to try to get some kind of understanding as to when this could happen. We don't have any direction at this point. But I think like probably most daycares, we are starting to put in those safety procedures in place and getting ready and preparing for that day that when we can take those members back. I think the biggest role our company right now, and I say company, we're, a few people making sure that, everybody is safe and happy at home, is that, we continue to keep everyone's healthy and engaged at home so that when we can bring everybody back, everyone's ready and strong to come
Right.
back.
That I mean, the critical thing I always feel is that people have to realize there's a reason you're closed, and there's a reason you would not even open until you know that everything is absolutely safe for your members.
Absolutely.
Everyone's health and safety for everyone is the most important consideration.
Yeah, I think we're going to be continuing to be up and running at this capacity until we can say that we can honestly bring everybody back.
Right. Right.
Remain safe. Yep.
Now, you know what I also want to remember to tell everyone, after we're done here, I'll go back into the comments and I will put contact information for Kelli and for We Care Adult Care if anyone wants to reach out. So, you'll be able to find her. All right. So we'll make sure we do that when we're all done here.
Absolutely. And I just encourage, if anyone has any questions, by all means, whether member or not, please feel free to reach out to us. Myself, Tracy, our office manager, Beth, are all here and very knowledgeable and ready to help. I also too just want to briefly mention that we are running a caregiver support group online as well.
Oh, all right. Tell us a little bit more about that. That's good. That's really good to know.
So we always ran a caregiver support group, and it is primarily for those caring for loved ones with dementia or memory impairment. We used to run that monthly in-house. Since all of this happened, and reaching out to the support group that previously exists, realizing that once a month is not going to be enough for this time. So we do meet weekly, and that's actually today. It's every Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Okay, excellent.
And it's just, I say it's kind of like the Brady Bunch monologue. You have everybody's faces, everybody's interacting, just talking, just having an opportunity to talk about what we're going through. We can learn about the tips and the tricks of how to keep busy, but sometimes we just need to talk, and that's all that we need to do to get through this.
Well, I feel a lot of gratitude to Zoom. I'm sure you do, and lots of listeners do, because this is the way we're doing it now. Otherwise, you would not even be able to have your support group. Most of us wouldn't be able to do a lot of things. So, thank you, Zoom. But that has to be a very challenging thing for the caregiver. So I'm glad you're able to do the support group through Zoom. That's excellent.
I think it's been a very beneficial thing for those members. We've even gotten some new members coming into a support group who weren't comfortable coming in person because,
right.
You have to look at the dynamics to it. It's a little different when we're not face to face. We don't feel that pressure to talk if we're not ready. So people have the option to just listen and not even see your face if you don't want that.
Right.
So
Right.
That's been a benefit, I think, to all of this.
Yeah, I think some people probably they need that. They're not they want to be part of it, but they're they're not 100% committed. So this is a good option. And of course, we like to say transportation is not an issue anymore.
No,
Because
no, just a decent internet connection.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Well, Kelli, thank you very much for joining me this morning via Zoom. I appreciate it. I mean,
My pleasure.
good to see you. I look
Yeah.
forward to seeing you in person. Look forward to seeing everyone in person.
Anyone in person, right?
So my guest today was Kelli Desmond from We Care Adult Care. Like I said, I will put all of her contact info in the comments, so you can certainly reach out to her. Remember, if it's important to you, it's important to us. I'm Andrea Tarr. We'll see you next time on Scan FYI. Bye, Facebook. See you soon.
Bye.